We're now going to work through this past year 12 VCAA question taken from 2018, paper 2, question 3. The High Roads Company has a contract to maintain and improve 2,700 kilometers of highway. Each section of highway must be graded, resurfaced, or sealed. The remaining highway will need no maintenance that year. Let S of n be the state matrix that shows the highway maintenance schedule for the nth year after 2018. The maintenance schedule for 2018 is shown in matrix S of 0 below. So here is our initial matrix here, and what it's saying is that in 2018, 700 required grading, 400 required resurfacing, 200 required sealing, and 1400 required no maintenance at all. And of course, if you add all of this up, you'll get to your total of 2700. Next, we're given a transition matrix. So the type of maintenance in each section of highway varies from year to year, as shown in the transition matrix below. So here's our transition matrix. And as you can see, we need to know how to read this. So if we have if the piece of road required grading this year, well, 20% of those will require grading next year, 10% resurfacing, 20% sealing, and 50% of those that were graded this year will require no maintenance next year. If you were just to take a random point, could you kind of interpret it? Let's take this one here. What is this saying? This is saying that 80% of those that were sealed this year will require no maintenance next year. So really important that you can read your transition matrix there. Let's now answer part A. It says, of the length of highway that was graded in 2018, how many kilometers are expected to be resurfaced the following year? So let's break this up bit by bit. So the first things first is, of the highway that was graded in 2018, so we'll come up here. In 2018, 700 kilometers was graded. 700 was graded. How many kilometers are expected to be resurfaced the following year? Well, that means graded this year, resurfaced next year. That's going to be 10%. So 10% of those that were graded this year will need resurfacing next. So I'm going to times it by 0.1. So 700 times 0.1, or to say it another way, 10% of 700 is going to be 70 kilometers. And of course, you can do this on your CAS calculator by simply typing in 700 and timesing it by 0.1. That will give you 70 kilometers. Let's see how people did with this by looking at the examiner's report. As you can see, the answer was 70 kilometers. Only 48% of people got this correct, which is a little bit disheartening. Many students gave 390 as their answer, indicating that they had not read the question fully. Some gave 10% or 0.1 rather than finding the length. This last point here I feel is very important. As I was reading through the question, did you note how I immediately highlighted this portion right here? Because this told me how it wanted me to answer, how many kilometers. It didn't want 10% or 0.1, it wanted to say 70 kilometers. So really important that you're highlighting and underlining those key parts of the question to ensure that you're not losing any silly marks. That is how you answer part A.